I'm Nizar Aboud of Al Mayadeen, a television station in Beirut. My question is regarding South Lebanon. In 2006, South Lebanon was littered with around 10 million cluster bombs, which rained over the area over a time of about 2 days only. Since then, I mean, this area probably is one of the most contaminated areas in the world compared to even to Afghanistan. How far have you succeeded in cleaning this area, and how far was Israel cooperating in providing the necessary maps for that? I know that they have provided some maps a few years ago, but how useful were they in order to clean up the area? Also, how far the people are helping in that respect, especially with regard to women's participation.
Lebanon, that obviously predated my time in these functions, but I know, I remember that the Lebanon was a kind of success story in terms of clearance of the devastation of the cluster munition. It was done pretty quickly. I know that with regard to mapping, we have been, my office, it was again before me, I know the maps had been communicated. All the maps, I don't know. I would have to look into that, but I know maps have been shared, communicated. The clearance was done, and the country was in a good shape on that side. Civilian demining, yes. There is a very good center in Lebanon called the Lebanese Mine Action Center, which we support. This is a center where that we support in terms of strengthening civilian demining, adhering to international standards, and this is where we again support, advise, and help. Last week in Geneva, I committed my office to supporting the evolution of this center into a regional school for demining, École Régionale de Déminage, which I will support. It's very well done. Are they employing women? Women are, I would say, de facto participating in most of the communities. In Afghanistan, we are not employing women directly per se, but the women who are doing risk education in the communities way, far away, are there. They are risking their lives every day, obviously, and I have met them, and I have to ask you to never forget that there are women in this world who are getting up every day and risking their lives just to prevent further damages, further death and injuries. Afghanistan is a very good example for that. In Lebanon, knowing the Lebanese people and Lebanese women in particular, I know that the Lebanese women are participating in this effort. Is it formal under the supervision or the oversight of my office? Not that I know of. Are we continuing the promotion and the advocacy of having women involved? Yes, not out of feminism, but simply because we cannot restrict our own efforts to only half of the population. Everybody has to put their brain and their hands into that, and we have witnessed that operations and programs where women are associated one way or another. We are not here to disturb the ordre établi. However, we are here to make sure that they can also participate in the reconstruction of their country or the protection of their communities. Syria, I think that my office has pretty much prepared plans for every option that Mr. Brahimi has thought of in terms of, presence, deployment. Do we have a clear picture? No, because we do not have access. We are not there. We are no longer there. My office was present in Damascus when the first UN mission was deployed, and last year it did not make much sense for us to stay. We could not get out there and do the work that is needed. However, we have continued the planning. We are the agency that is preparing the maps that are shared with the humanitarian community, all the mapping of the clashes happening in Syria based on open sources, open information. But to date, we have recorded something like 37,000 clashes area. So we know where it took place. We basically know what was used. That is shared with the humanitarian community, and it will certainly come in handy when everybody goes to Syria to help and do the cleanup. At least we will not be starting from scratch. Do we have an idea of the funds? It's going to be huge, that is for sure. We will be able to know about this, like we are conducting an exercise right now with Libya. We need to survey the territory. To survey, we need access, and we are using also partners to do that. Libya, Syria, even less, we don't have access to all the places, so we can only give a global picture. Are we the only ones with this global picture? I can say yes in these cases. And every knowledge we have in the job that we carry out on UNMAS is to be shared. We share that with all the actors, civil society and others who will need to get involved to solve the situation.